And even then, I choose who I train. You must want to commit. You must want to understand the art of combat, not just the brutality of it.
So, you're a combat instructor.
I am Paladin Hagen, but I teach more than combat. I teach the art of fighting. Body, mind, and spirit combining into the finest fighting force. Only the purest, strongest, and smartest can train with me. You see, there's been war on this planet ever since that damn comet came down, bringing Elix with it, and we are the only ones who can end it.
You said you are a paladin?
Correct. Only a paladin is allowed to wear armor like mine. But we paladins aren't just warriors for Kalan with special abilities, but we are also researchers, searching for new uses for Elix.
How can I become a paladin?
Oh, wait. You are being serious?
Yes.
Well, first you have to go to Judicator Reinhold and prove that you are worthy of joining the clerics. If Judicator Reinhold accepts that you have the right abilities, then you'll be permitted the honor of becoming an acolyte. That is the true beginning to your journey. Acolytes may become legates, if they have enough training and they earn the honor. And it is only legates who have the right to be promoted to become a paladin. If you truly wish to succeed, you'll need to focus on achievement at every level. Without that, you will never advance.
How can I earn something for myself around here?
You take the next step of the journey and show your commitment. The Horde suffered an attack by mutants about a week ago. They came from the north or northeast, and the survivors returned that way. The men I sent after those survivors haven't returned. If you find out where the mutants are coming from, there will be a fair payment waiting here for you.
I'll kill those mutants.
I'll give you the coordinates I sent my men to. See if you can find out what is bringing those mutants so close to the Horde. Then kill them and return to me. You're dismissed.
What goods have you got?
Okay.
What are you doing here?
No, not now.
There's nothing for you here. Yeah, just get out of here.
Whoa, watch yourself there. It's not safe around here. Trust me, you gotta watch your step. Otherwise, you'll end up squashed flatter than an Alp's conscience. Just be careful, all right?
Was that a threat?
What? No. It was a warning. But don't let me keep you with all my chatter. I've gotta get back at it. I'm reckoning you're not that into ore extraction techniques anyway.
You bang rocks together, right?
Yeah, right.
What are you doing out here?
Here, we are the farmers of industry. While there are those who tend the land to grow food, we feed industry. There's not a drone, fighting machine, or regulation hair clip that's not made of the metal we mine here.
You farm the rock?
And feed the production lines. They tried to fully automate the process, but it failed. They claim it's too tricky for robots. I think it's just too tricky for the programmers. They assumed mining was easy, and so... several flat robots proved them wrong. Well, producing enough for the front line is the Hort's first priority. Besides, there's more to mining than boring and smashing. Not that the people they send here are always better than machines. Cross a suggester and there's a good chance you'll get sent here to try and mine out rock after someone's rewired your brain. But maybe you're not a prisoner sent here by a suggester.
Do you need something doing here?
Maybe, but outsiders don't usually work out well here. Listen, don't get me wrong. You came from outside and I'm still talking to you. That should be enough to make it clear I don't have anything against you, but, you know, this work is tricky. That said, maybe I can think of a way for you to earn some shards, if you're willing.
What do you want doing?
It's a bit of an ask, but an outsider's my best bet for getting it done. You see, I want Eli to disappear. He's a prisoner here, and he's a threat to the community. And now the suggesters are saying they can correct him. That they can put him in armor and send him out with weapons. And I am telling you, the guy is a ticking time bomb. That can only end badly.
Why do you think he's dangerous?
I saw it in his eyes. There was nothing but blank hate there. I don't care how strong those suggesters think they are. It's hardwired into him. They ain't gonna erase that with suggestion. He is going to blow, and they will have put a weapon in his hand when he does. He needs to be taken care of before he kills people we do need.
Why can't you just leave Eli to the suggesters?
Oh, they can be successful. I've seen enough people turn up here like drones after being given the treatment, but it's not 100%. And taking a chance with him is taking a chance with other people's lives. How is that a fair gamble? Besides, I don't want him hanging around here as a cleric. No, someone needs to get Eli out of that place and through the Hort's gate. Then someone can kill him outside the Hort and no one would know. They'd all assume he'd escaped.
And you want me to do that?
I know it's a lot to ask, but, well, yes. It's your choice. I'm sorry to put you in this position, but the words have been said. Now you have to choose if you'll help me. I've put my trust in you. Strut yourself around here. None of us want any more rock slides.
Listen to me, disciple of Kalan. The cleric Bertram has returned to our side. We give thanks for his safe homecoming, and welcome him back among his brethren. And so, another stray comes to seek safety in the arms of Kalan. Welcome to the Horde, the stronghold of the clerics. Your presence here can only mean that Kalan's light shines upon you. Open yourself to this opportunity. Give yourself over to the teachings of Kalan.
I will.
Your dedication will be rewarded. Kalan sees all. Act in his name, and he will strike down your enemies.
Who are you?
I am Oswald. When Brother Rayner found me, I was just a wretched pile of misery. I was blind to who I could be. Rayner built me up and gave purpose to my life. Now, I'm spreading the teachings that saved me from destroying myself, in hope that those words can be the salvation of others, that they can save all of Magalan. So I invite you to stay here and contemplate with us, brother.
Tell me more about Kalan.
Before the comet burned the face of Magalan, the prophet Arvid foresaw the danger. He received the teachings of Kalan in whispers, and tried to warn the people of Magalan of the horror that was to come. They must reject the distractions of the world and give themselves over to the pursuit of knowledge. Each must seek the purity of knowledge. Each must seek out the strongest, the fittest, the brightest. And so, Kalan came to the people and promised, if they did this, if they worked together to follow the path to the infinite skies, then he would save them from the horror that was to come. But they would not listen. And so, the comet destroyed the civilization that was here on Magalan. Now, if we are to survive the dangers that are yet to come, we must listen to the words of Kalan and hear his wisdom. Only the pure will be taken up into the infinite skies. Only under the infinite skies will we truly see all. We must trust in Kalan.
Where is Kalan supposed to take you?
Up to the infinite skies, to where knowledge counts above all. There, we will truly see the universe as it is. The path to enlightenment is difficult, and only those who are worthy will receive Kalan's blessing. Look inside yourself, and take my words to heart. May they be a guide in the times to come. All who have faith will be saved. Carry Kalan in your heart. Let yourselves be his instruments.
Stop! Where do you think you're going?
What is this area?
You are here at the Chamber, the Palace of Sinners. Break the commandments of Kalan and Ignadon, and the Chamber will welcome you. Can you walk in and look around? Well, as it happens, you can. Reinhold recently ordered that everyone can enter to see with their own eyes what we do with heretics. So go in and look around. If anything will push back the power of temptation, it's what you'll see in there.
I acted against Kalan. I must face my punishment. Let my faith be proven.
No, no, no. I'm not ready yet. Kalan will guide me. Kalan must offer me salvation. No, no, no. Not me. I won't. Kalan will save me. Sin. No. No, please. Not today. The Father? No. No, no, no. I can't.
What is it you want? It's prayer time, so make it quick.
What is this place?
Here, we bring peace and honor to those who refuse Kalan. For only an honorable death can bring salvation. Only an honorable death can purify a tainted soul. And so, I bring honor to the souls who break Kalan's commandments.
This is cruelty.
Think what you want, Berserker. But you will see what happens when you stand before Kalan one day and he turns you away. Then you will pray for this honor.
And I thought exile was cruel enough.
Lead me to my prayer.
Kalan's strength lies in purity.
Any asshole caught stealing will be sent to the Suggesters.
Why do you assume everyone wants to steal from you?
I have my reasons. And I have to look after my stock. And sure, it would be great if every acolyte could get the armor we make for paladins, but my supplies are only those who have acquired...
I want to trade.
Right you are. I'll show you what you can buy at your rank.
Stone and metal. If only they spent such effort healing the planet instead of ripping her flesh from her bones.
Unless you have official business here, please move along.
Another thing about the archives. What are you studying?
Everything that brings us closer to our goal.
What does that mean?
It means passing Kalan's tests. Kalan only takes those who are pure, and so to preach his words, we must be the purest of all. And knowledge, facts, interpretation, and analysis are the purest form of all devotion. And science is the purest of all the forms of study. It brings clarity to the mind. To achieve purity of the soul, we must understand ourselves. The berserkers and the outlaws will never have the discipline for that. They live in the moment. We have committed ourselves to the future. May Kalan open the infinite skies for us all.
Do you also study the old world?
Of course. If we repeat the mistakes of our ancestors, it could lead to another catastrophe. That is one of the reasons why we only task those with the strongest wills to study. Who knows what corrupting influences these artifacts could have?
Where do you get the material to study?
It takes persistence and luck. We send out our reclamation squads to search old world ruins. First, the selected area has to be pacified. As soon as that is done, we begin salvaging the valuable pieces and bringing them here.
How can I get on a reclamation squad?
You can't. We have specialists for that work. Trust me, you wouldn't want to. Study and duty are the foundation of faith.
So, here is the Wanderer I have heard about.
You've heard of me?
I know everything that happens here. So much so that some have taken to calling me the Eye of Kalan. I am Reinhold, Judicator. I stand watch for all those in the Horde, and the Horde stands as the guardian for all of Magalan. Such a duty requires vigilance. It means I must ask of everyone who comes here, are you friend or foe? Do you come here to gain the blessings of the clerics, or to oppose us?
Yes, I want to become a cleric.
Then Kalan will welcome you. Good. I can see potential in you. Let us hope that this potential can be realized. May your time in the Horde be peaceful and productive.
Tell me about the other Judicators.
Judicator Johann fell on the battlefield. His is the highest honor. May Kalan have mercy on his soul. Judicator Ulbricht is responsible for the defense of Edan and all operations outside its borders. His is the grave duty of overseeing the war against the Owls. If you have any intelligence that might help him in his duties, you will find him in the upper halls of the cathedral.
So, who are you? The welcoming committee?
I am a Judicator. I oversee everything in the Horde, from punishment to initiation.
Explain the rules of the Horde to me.
Well, Kalan's commandments are simple and fair. They are rules to be found in many places, but to us, they are sacred. Theft, physical assault, murder, the dealing of chems are all punishable offenses. You may face a fine, re-education, or for the worst offenders, execution. And of course, your soul will pay the price. Stay with us, and you will learn of Kalan and his ways. Abide by the words of the great prophet Arvid, and you will open your way to eternity.
Eternity. Check. So, you decide who becomes a cleric and who doesn't.
Correct. Initiates are only allowed to join us when I decide they are worthy. And should they complete the tasks that are given to them, then I would welcome them into our community. And every acolyte that joins us can then begin on the path of enlightenment to gain promotion here.
I'm ready. Give me a task.
As you wish. I could use the help of someone who hasn't had time to establish themselves here. Someone with a more objective viewpoint. We've recently had to deal with the sad deaths of some of the faithful who wandered right into the arms of a chem dealer. Every one of us suffers temptation, and all must hope they can prevail against it. But those who deal in misery, who exploit the weakness of others, they are a problem that must be eliminated. Complete this task, and you will open the door to becoming a cleric, a true warrior for Kalan.
Is chem dealing a big problem here in the Hort?
I had thought we were free of their vile product, but it seems we do have something of a problem. A large reward has been offered to anyone able to bring them to justice. That should prevent this from becoming a bigger problem. If you think you can find these dealers, I would welcome your insight.
It is significant that Elix causes so many problems everywhere.
We are bound together by our weaknesses.
Then remember that next time you send your mechs into Idan.
It is clear to me that we must face the Albs together. It is the Berserkers who have clung to our history of warfare.
About the chem dealers here in the Hort.
Yes?
Do you have any leads on where they may be operating?
Well, I had given Dietrich the task of investigating them, but he doesn't seem to have had much luck so far. You should check what leads he has. To my knowledge, he had slimmed the investigation down to 3 suspects. You should start with them.
Did Dietrich say why he suspected these 3?
Dietrich said his investigation had eliminated everyone apart from Oswald, Hagen, and Siegfried. He can explain his methodology to you, but as I recall, it was a simple process of rejecting anyone who lacked the requisite access and opportunity. You should speak with the guards who were on duty at the time. Try and get that information as a written report. Anecdote and memory are best not relied on in these cases.
Are there any more details you can tell me about the chem dealing?
Well, these cases are difficult. Once you find someone who has lapsed into use, they rarely give up the culprit for hope of keeping their supply. But in this case, the user let slip the time of the deal, though we've been working backwards from there. The user involved, though, well, he is no longer in a position to provide us with useful information. And so we are relying on getting reports from the guards that can help us place who was where on the night in question. Let us hope this line of investigation produces something concrete.
Where can I find these guards?
Well, there's Xander. He was on duty at the main gate on the night in question. Then there is the mine guard and the factory guard. Have you been to the mine? If not, you will find it to the west, below the cathedral. The factory guards patrol to the north, by the mech production facilities.
About the chem dealers here in the Hort.
Yes?
I think I know who the chem dealer is.
So, you have already spoken to the 3 guards and collected their reports?
No, I haven't spoken to them yet.
And yet you still think you can name a suspect?
Must have been Siegfried who made that deal.
This is a serious accusation you are making. I hope you understand the consequences of this accusation for him and for you. Thank you for your work. I will investigate this further. If he is really the suspect, then he will receive a just punishment, and you shall receive the promised reward when that happens.
What is it you want?
I need to ask you some questions about the chem dealing.
So, Reinhold's brought in some more help. I've already written the report as ordered, but remind me, who are the chief suspects?
Siegfried, Hagen, and Oswald.
That's exactly who I wrote up in my report. All that I know is there. Maybe it will help.
Thanks.
Allow yourselves to be led astray by the temptations of Elix.
Have you heard anything about chem dealing here in the Hort?
Only the Judicator Reinhold and Dietrich are seeking those responsible. I know that they must be successful. And once the impure are led to them, Kalan will see that they are punished. Only those with a pure body, a focused mind, and a strong spirit will be saved by it.
What do you know about the chem dealing here in the Horde?
Well, take a look at this. Reinhold has sent you to investigate, has he? Well, that works well for both of us. Remember? You promised to take care of some business for me. You owe me a favor. Well, I'm calling that in. I want you to tell Reinhold that Siegfried is the chem dealer.
Why should I do that?
He's a suspect, isn't he? So there you are. He's a cagey guy. Doesn't share his business. He needs re-education. So you can report back that it's him. Job done. Turning him in will help you and help me too. Trust me, the Horde doesn't need traders selling unregulated goods. So I want you to report back that this trader, Siegfried, is the dealer. Say he's guilty. Job done. And I'll know you've done the Horde a favor.
And what if I don't do that?
I don't think you'll make that choice. That wouldn't be helpful for anyone. But the decision is up to you. If I find out that you accused Siegfried, then I will be satisfied. If I find out you didn't, well, I'm sure we don't need to consider that possibility. Here's the report I've compiled. This is as far as I got with my personal investigation. I think reading that will show you the wisdom of simply reporting Siegfried now. Good luck.
What can I help you with?
I want to ask you some questions about the chem trade here.
How do you know about that?
Judicator Reinhold sent me. I'm supposed to have a look at your reports from the time of the crime.
Judicator Reinhold sent you to look into this? Oh well, I suppose he knows what he's doing. Here is my report on the suspects. That's all I know.
What do you know about the chem dealing here in the Horde?
I know I don't have anything to do with it, and I don't want to be connected to it either. Fighting is about purity. Chems are far from pure.
Kalan be with you. What brings you to me? Are you here to pay your tithe?
I'm not here to pay anything.
All who stay here must pay their tithes to honor Kalan.
But let's get to the point. As the highest suggester, I don't have much free time, as I'm sure you understand.
Suggestion?
The correction of those who have strayed from the path of the pure. As the High Suggester, I assist the minds and souls of the lost to return to Kalan's ways through suggestion. Kalan's will works through a skill all clerics must learn. The mind must be free from false teachings. The body pure, free of the poison of Elex. Only then can we be at one with Kalan and his community. As a patriarch, it is my job to guide and advise. The will of Kalan clears the mind.
How do you clear someone's mind?
Through suggestion. We have developed technology, implants that allow us to guide the minds of others. It takes training, but it means we can bring people back to the pure path, or suggest to them that they do things that will assist us. It is an art that only the clerics understand.
Can Albs do that? With their mutants?
The machine components you see on some wasteland mutants? We believe those allow the Albs a measure of control over the mutants. But it is a crude form of the suggestion we practice here. Some say it is because they are strong of mind. Others that it is because they have been poisoned. But I think the answer is more straightforward. Their commanders are using an extreme form of brainwashing on them already. Their minds are already being controlled.
So this is where you brainwash people?
No. You can't force people to change who they are. You can only bring out their better traits. That is what I do. I re-educate people. That is what I must do now. There is a poor wretch who requires re-education. Leave me. I must help him find the light of Kalan.
Get the hell out of here. Don't do that again. Did you get lost?
My mind is always left clear after talking to Baldur.
I want to try.
Right you are.
Replacing people with technology. See where that got the old world.
You're saying machines were responsible for the comet?
The clerics are dying out as Magellan is beginning to live again. You think that's a coincidence?
Hey, you! I need an adjustable wrench and a set of retaining rings. And, if you are up for it, bring me a weapons-grade Elex battery, a pressurized air intake valve, and what was the last?
I'll send someone to get them for you.
Stop! 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 Weren't you assigned to support me?
Help with what? What is it you do here?
Hold back the forces of hell. And I'm talking literally, not figuratively. I think we'll have to get the tool myself. Next you will send me someone who can't even recognize a screwdriver. The machines we build and maintain here, they are all that will stop the owls. But, do I get the resources I need to do the job properly? Do I, hell?
What's got you so stressed?
We used to work. We used to make... But now everything we do is for combat. But I suppose we all have to do...
It sounds like you think your work is important.
Now you're sounding like a legate. This isn't ego. This isn't about me. We are the only ones who can... That means everything here has to go smoothly. That means I've got to get production running at full capacity. And it means I need someone to take care of some of the day-to-day things, while I get...
Pay me, and I'll help you.
Deal. It's not like I have time to waste. I need you to get me a set of replacement parts. With all the mechanics we've lost recently, we are chronically undermanned here. So, this list has been sitting here waiting to be sorted. If you're available, I need you to get over to my supplier and get me those parts, okay?
You'll trust me with your shards, just like that?
You're here to do a job, so I'll give you the tools you need to do it. Good luck. We need those parts.
Where can I find your supplier?
He's a trader. He sets up business near the gate during the late evening hours.
Teach me something.
It's done.
A visitor? Whatever brings you to the Hort? Welcome, I guess. Say, how well do you know the area outside the Hort? I guess you can take care of yourself if you've managed to make it here.
What's that to you?
Well, you see, if you can handle yourself, I could use your help.
What do you need help with?
A squad of combat mechs has gone haywire. They're refusing remote shutdown and are attacking anything that moves. I sent a recovery party to attempt a reset, but they're late making their report. I've got to find out what happened to the recovery party and what's gone wrong with those mechs. There's another squad of mechs due off the assembly line, and I need to know what's gone wrong before they go haywire too. It's probably a faulty batch of AI chips. That's my guess. But I need someone to go out there and check the chipsets so I can check them.
Okay, I'll bring you the AI chips.
Good. I hope I'm right about this. And I hope it's just one batch that's affected. If this is a problem with the AI chip design, we'll have to track down all the AI chips of that design before more mechs go homicidal. Get me those AI chips and make it fast, will you? Fast like, I need those chips now.
Where can I find these mechs?
Well, they were supposed to be on a trial run out to the border with Tavar. But as far as I know, they only got a short distance from the Hort. Let me upload their location beacons to your adjuter. Now, I'm not promising their trackers are working. Not if everything else is malfunctioning.
And if these coordinates are wrong?
Well, the recovery team said they'd found the mechs out by the old world runway. So there's a good chance they're still there.
Runway?
An old airstrip where planes used to... That doesn't matter. It's a big concrete road. Head out of the Hort and go west. You'll find it.
Concrete runway to the west. Got it. Why don't you fix those mechs yourself?
Oh, no, I've had no field training. Assembly lines, manufacturing, and repair in a nice warm workshop. That's what I do.
So, you're some sort of mechanic?
Mechanic? I'm a legate, responsible for procuring materials, producing new mechs, and repairing our mech squadrons, among other duties. Sure, the other legates are out there using their skills and suggestions to take the fight forward, but we're here giving the Hort the mechs that keep us safe.
How can I be promoted to legate?
You'll have to prove yourself to the Judicators. You should start by talking to Judicator Reinhold up in the Citadel. You'll find him more approachable than Ulbricht. We're short of personnel, so he would welcome a new acolyte.
If you have something to report, speak to Judicator Reinhold.
Yes, I remember. Baldur makes sense of everything.
Kalan will take the pure... The Prophet Arvid warns of the apocalypse that will come.
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance, am I right?
You're right. I don't need assistance.
Ha! I knew it! You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little... focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
Does Kalan approve of betting?
Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, some of those texts are hard to work out. Unless you just believe what people say they mean. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the Prophet Arvid?
No. Should I have?
Oh, yeah. He's the founder of our order. The reason why the clerics exist.
Tell me about Arvid.
Well, sure, okay. Like I said, he's the founder of our order. He was born about 200 years ago, we think, and he was the first to be enlightened by Kalan. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into a new future, to save those who had survived. The first followers were here, in the Hort. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magalan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Hort. And our ancestors began research on how Elix could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the godless.
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us, although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw his time coming. According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart from the inside. And when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly. Some say that he rose to heaven, to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
So you need access to the archives?
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me?
Who says I'll help you?
Nobody. But please, I need your help. I beg you. I want to understand why they won't teach us these things. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
What can you tell me about the archives?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where all information found in the rest of the world is brought. Our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data we were able to retrieve from outside the Horde. The work is very time-intensive, so the archivists don't like it at all when people interrupt their work. So, they will have you thrown out if you manage to get into the archives without authorization.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't wait to solve.
Any suggestions for how I get into the archives?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point, doesn't he? Or you could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the clerics.
Teach me something.
Yeah? What are you doing here?
Aren't you interested in what's going on?
Only Kalan can lead you to safety.
Alt, state your business. Only officially authorized personnel may enter. The archives are sacred stores of knowledge. Our faith preserves us, and we preserve the wisdom of our ancestors.
What wisdom?
The scriptures, the writings, the texts, the foundation of our faith, and old world manuals that support our technology. Here the worthy study. Here the worthy learn. And unless you're worthy, you aren't coming in.
Forget it. I was about to go anyway.
Then don't let me keep you. Kalan bless your path.
You must be dedicated to do this role.
It's my life. I guard here. I keep the archive safe. I draw strength from Kalan. A prayer break in the night is enough to keep me going for the rest of the day. Now, do us both a favor and leave. This area is off limits.
So, you're here to report for initiation.
Initiation?
Instruction. Education. A preparation for readiness. My name is Dietrich, and it is my job to ready all new initiates for the trials that will face them. But before you ask any more questions, let's get one thing clear. All the free people need to be properly trained if we want to survive what's coming. Those Albs want to destroy us all. I won't accept a lack of discipline. I expect loyalty, hard work, application, and results.
What, do you think I'd still be alive if I didn't know that already?
A lot of people say that. And yet, here are the factions at war with each other instead of clearing the wreckage of the old world to build the new.
So you don't want the war?
What sane person wants a war? But, as we've got one, so it's come down to who wins it. And I want our leaders to be the ones who rebuild this world. If you want to progress, then that's what I need to see. That's what Kalan expects. It is what you should demand of yourself.
If the training's so strict, how come you're just sitting around?
I do so every day, and my tasks aren't easy. I take care of internal matters and coordinate training. And I get into the field when I can. You have to stay sharp to provide the best training, and to understand our enemy. If we are to work with the Free People, if the clerics are to save the Free People from the Alps, this is what we must do.
What do you want me to do?
Someone has been undermining the training program we have here. Some of the initiates have been caught taking chems. I mean, it's a crazy thing to do, but some people do it to gain an edge, but end up becoming addicts. Look at the Alps. I need to find who is bringing this poison in and selling it to our initiates. You don't have something to do with it, do you?
You suspect me because I'm new here.
I wanted to test your reaction. You'd be tied up and neck-deep in jackal shit by now if I really thought you were behind it. Remember that, if you get tempted in the future. But whoever it is, I want these bastards dealt with. And if you found one set, can you find these assholes too? I want you to track them down wherever they are, in the Hort or beyond. Are you with me?
About the Elix smuggling. I will find the criminals behind this.
Good. My information says that the Elix is coming from somewhere to the south. There's a recon post there, in the ruins of an old fort. Start there, and turn everything upside down if you have to. If our people don't cooperate, show them this warrant. And tell them I want answers.
Why do you trust me with this?
You weren't here when all this started, so you can't be part of it. But this isn't just blind trust and hope. I'll be watching you and making sure you stick to the task. That will be all. Dismissed. Find peace in yourself.
I was hoping I would find you here one day. I couldn't really talk to you in Goliath. Everything moved so quickly. Here, please take this as thanks for your help getting me out of Edan.
Were there any problems during your escape?
I'm still breathing, but only just. As you surely remember, Rika, the wife of the warlord, assigned me to a group that was transporting a seedling. I got a good way from the fort, traveling disguised as a cultivator.
So what happened?
Well, the armor is one thing, but eventually they asked me questions about my job. After all, those berserkers had nothing else but that damn vegetable.
And were you found out?
Yes, I could see their suspicions growing, so I used the next chance I got to get away. When we were ambushed by a mulch, I fled. Luckily, I ran straight into the hands of a cleric patrol. From then, it was child's play to get back to Hort from there.
That's all I need to know.
Right. Well, thank you for everything. I will never forget this.
Is there anything else you don't like about berserkers?
Don't get me wrong, the people here can be fair, they help those around them, and there's the wonder that is berserker magic. And if you follow their laws, you will find acceptance here. all of which is 1,000 times better than you can expect from the outlaws. The people of Tavar might as well be mutants, the way they turn on everyone and everything. What I don't understand is the hatred for clerics here. The wars of the past are long gone. The enmity should be buried. Certainly the clerics believe differently about technology, but that's no reason to hate them. Is it?
It sounds like you've learned a lot about the clerics.
What about you? Are you going to pledge allegiance to the Berserkers? Run off to the outlaw way of life? Or follow an interest in technology to the clerics?
I'd like to know more about the clerics.
Is that so? You want to learn of Kalan and the technology he offers those who follow him? Well, the journey to Ignadon wouldn't be easy, but you would be welcome there. I can guarantee that.
Tell me more about...
You know about the comet that struck our planet?
So?
So the clerics want to see that golden age return. The
won't argue with that.
Yes, the newcomer. Now, there is a face that shows the world as it is. Conflict, friendship, betrayal, and trust. Let me get a look at you. Whatever you have seen, you are free of it now. You've reached us here.
This is the worst place to come for that. The clerics define themselves by the past.
The past sets rules for us to follow. But for individuals, each must have a chance to rewrite themselves.
Sounds like you're trying a sales pitch on me.
Oh, faith sells itself. But sometimes it helps to point people in the right direction. Tell me what you want.
The clerics say that they are leading the fight against the elves. Do you really expect you can beat them with the forces you have here in the Horde?
Faith is a weapon that can achieve. We clerics with... So, we shall... But, if you ask me if we can hold out against the Berserk, and the answer can only be the elves. The will of Kalan shall... The clerics shall prevail.
We need to find someone to unite the factions.
We must work together if we are to survive. We must find a way to persuade... I need an ambassador for this task. Someone who can take my proposals to the other factions. But to know if you're suitable for this role, I must know.
I don't know who I am now, but I was Jax, an Alp commander.
And you walk in here and confess that? Since when do elves come to talk? Are you lying? Or are you here to kill me? Draw your weapon here, and this cathedral will be a grave to both of us.
I'm not here to kill you. I was Jax. Now, I'm trying to find out who I am.
Then, you have renounced the hybrid and joined the Free People?
I am free from Elix. I'm exiled from the Ice Palace. I was betrayed, and now I'm being hunted by my own people.
So you're here seeking protection? To save your own skin? Or have you really escaped the Elix and seen the life there is outside Zekor? Commander Jax, the Alb, standing here. That is not something I would have believed. Yet, here you stand.
I was a wanderer. Now, I seek a cause.
Well, whoever you were shouldn't matter. The present counts for all, and yesterday for little. Kalan says the past is there to teach us, not judge us. Renounce your past, and you can come to Kalan in wisdom. That will take courage. And in these bleak days, courage is vital if we are to save this world. But you must have questions. Ask, and may Kalan bring you enlightenment.
About the chem dealers here in the Horde.
Yes?
I think I know who the chem dealer is.
Well, please tell me who you think is responsible.
I think it was Oswald.
Oswald acts like a pious, Kalan-fearing person, but there is something strange about him. Maybe this explains his behavior. Thank you for your work. I will investigate this further. If he is really the suspect, then he will receive a just punishment, and you shall receive the promised reward when that happens.
Tell me more about the clerics.
What would you like to know?
What's happening in the city?
Kalan is wise, but mysterious. Through the prophet Arvid, he warned us of the... He laid down the foundation to Kalan.
Tell me how promotion works within the Horde.
People who are new to our ranks are welcomed as an acolyte. Acolytes can learn the art of suggestion, train and learn the fundamentals of our way of life. The same applies for our legates and paladins. Each new rank brings new advantages, obligations, and privileges such as equipment.
Why would I want to become a cleric?
Because we're the last bastion against the owls. Where the outlaws profit and the berserkers roll in the dirt, we have knowledge. The knowledge... Join us and...
Where did you get your technology?
Arvid himself left behind the gathering of old world. It has given us the machines that... It has given us the technology. So, as you see... A place of true... Kalan teaches us, if we are to save, that we must work together, because when the next catastrophe strikes our... Act in the name of... I must speak with you. You accused Oswald of dealing chems, and further investigation has proven that you were correct. He is the guilty party. I thank you for your work, and for helping us rid the Horde of this chem dealing. Here is the reward that was promised. Go and speak to Dietrich. He is looking for the men behind the chem dealing. Complete this task, and I would be willing to let you join the clerics as an acolyte. Act in the name of Kalan, and we will accept you.
So, you...
Yes.
And you didn't... I will tell all my trick... Sorry about that.
How do I
That all depends what you're... I mean, your first step could be to report me to Reinhold, but I suspect you wouldn't get very far with that. I could ask you to help me with something, but you don't seem to keep such arrangements. So,
bought me the goods. I mean, that's why you're talking to me, right? You have the goods. Where are the goods?
What goods?
Want? Goods! Goods! What the hell is what I want? How am I supposed to trade without goods?
You're a traitor.
I was, because you...
These are desperate times.
You don't have any goods.
No, it was a total... The caravan that was bringing them went... Guess how that good I... The men are dead, but the goods are sitting out there just waiting to be picked up. Unless some outlaw's taking them back to the... Oh, fuck it. This was supposed to be my payday. But if you help me, it still could be. And in return, I can get you into the Hort. How about that?
I've already been to the Hort.
Then you want shards. I can sort that out if you get me the goods.
I'll find your goods.
Yeah, that's it. Finally, a break. Right.
Where can I find these goods?
Head northwest, then follow the road west from there, and you'll find them for sure.
Get away with that. We'd better hurry up and get out of here. And fast. The rotting remains of a long-gone civilization. Hundreds of years old. You think we'd have learned by now. I wonder what this place used to be.
Ah, finally. I've been waiting for you. Just put the correspondence down over there. Wait, stop. You are the messenger I sent for? Just a moment. Where's your identification badge? And why are you traveling incognito?
I'm not your messenger.
No? Damn it! Then they still haven't found a replacement. They must still be short-handed. How are we supposed to fulfill Kalan's will without the men to do it? But I am going against protocol right now. We haven't introduced ourselves yet. I am Dirk, commanding legate of this outpost. And who do I have the honor of addressing?
It's better if you don't know.
I understand. You think I will go and peddle your secrets. But not every cleric is as stubborn to the core as the majority of those in Hort. There are other rules out here.
I'm here on official business. I need to question your men.
Excuse me? What is this order? What is this about?
I have a warrant from Dietrich. You are to cooperate with me.
Dietrich. He doesn't send me a messenger. He doesn't send supplies or reinforcements. But he will send an interrogator? But, very well. Go ahead. Search the place, if only to satisfy him. My trunk code is 4979. There. I have nothing to hide.
Don't you want to know what I'm looking for?
I have nothing to hide. And you have your orders. But if you think someone here is involved in this, then I hope you find them. But think before you make any accusations. The people serving here are loyal clerics.
Do you have work for me?
There's always work that needs doing. But I can't go trusting just anyone with confidential tasks.
What is it that you need the Horde to know?
That is a matter for Balder at the Hort. You are the messenger. Your job is to deliver this, not to question its contents.
And you think people should just obey orders?
You chose your cause. Now you must trust those who lead it. But I promise you, I want to see recruits kept alive, not sacrificed for vain causes.
About that confidential job. How can I get you to trust me?
Trust isn't an easy thing to earn. I'm not sure.
There must be something I can do to earn your trust.
As a wise man trapped between two raptors, logic alone cannot save you. Give me something valuable of yours to hold. That will prove you trust us, and give me assurance you mean what you say. If you prove yourself, I will return what you give me.
I agree. Take this as insurance.
That demonstrates trust on your side. Very well. Thank you. I will explain what I need. Here, take the report. Take care of it as if it was your life. This information is needed. Take it straight to Patriarch Balder in Hort. He will know what to do with it. I hope he knows what to do with it.
I'm in.
Stay alert.
What brings you here? Are you fleeing the Albs? With the danger of the Alb converters, it's surprising more refugees haven't sought our... You are safe from the Albs here. The clerics of the...
I'm here on an investigation. I have a warrant here, and you are to cooperate.
A warrant? What are you looking for? You'll find everything in order here.
The clerics and Horde have a different opinion.
For fuck's sake, then tell them to come out here and show me how to do it better. I'm starting to get sick of this constant mistrust. Have your look around. Check what you want. You won't find anything.
No, I'm not good enough for that.
Well, did you find anything? I told you there is nothing out of order here. We keep things tight and...
If that's the case, then you won't mind me inspecting those trunks.
You can check mine, but you'll find nothing but a few pieces of clothing. But please, here, be my guest.
If you train initiates, can you teach me something?
I'm not an instructor. I'm here to show initiates the real world. That said, we are short of Alexid out here.
Teach me something.
Okay, good.
I'm in. I inspected your storage trunk.
Congratulations! Then you can inform the Horde that my laundry is in order.
You know exactly what I found in the trunk. Why would a cleric have a set of outlaws' clothing?
Part of our job here is reconnaissance. And sometimes a disguise comes in handy. Can you understand that?
I'll let the clerics and the Horde decide that.
That's all you want? Yes, I'm an outlaw, but I'm not an idiot. Look, all I'm doing is dealing a few chems. Nobody gets hurt. The clerics want. And if you let me keep going, I will give you 1/10 of my earnings.
Do you really want to associate yourself with a chem dealer?
Risk? Who's at risk? No one has yet come close to catching me, until now.
And risk yourself in the Horde?
And what am I supposed to tell Dietrich? He sent me here for answers.
Tell him everything is fine here. There is nothing to report. The chems must be coming from somewhere else. Simple. So, can I count on you? Think about it. It's worth it.
Okay, we have an agreement.
Good. Then we have a deal. Now, we just have to get the people who sent you to stop sniffing around. Give them the clothes you found in my trunk and tell them you took the dealer down. If the dealer's dead, they should stop looking, right?
I've decided I'll take a share in your Elix business.
Sure. Here.
I've decided I'll take a share in your Elix business.
Whoa. Business is good, but it isn't that fast. Come back in a week. You'll get your payment then.
How do I persuade...
That all
Wait, what are you trying to say?
I believe in the just nature.
Act in the name.
About the Elix smuggling. The chem smuggling is over.
And so? Who was behind this?
Yes, I took care of the culprit.
You did? And where is the body?
These are his clothes. I took them off his body as proof.
You took them off his body? This body better not turn up walking and talking somewhere. But, very well. Let's say this matter is closed. And I will tell the necessary authorities the service you have done for me.
Thanks.
I thank you. That will be all. Dismissed. Find peace in yourself.
Well, the forces out there are always going to make that difficult.
Well, of course. Why would they lie?
About the chem dealers here in the Hort.
Yes?
I helped Dietrich find the men behind the chem dealing.
Yes, he informed me. And we are in your debt.
A spiritual debt or a worldly one?
That isn't what I meant. But very well. Take this Alexit as thanks.
I would like to become an acolyte of the clerics.
You would. That matter with Dietrich was good work. Finding the men behind the chem dealing was the highest priority. But that aside, you've proved you are ready to act in Kalan's name. And we need to add more good men into our ranks. If you are ready, I will name you an acolyte of the clerics. But remember, devoting yourself to Kalan is a life choice. You must turn your back on the other factions. So are you sure that you want to become a cleric?
Yes, I want to become a cleric.
So be it. The clerics have stood against all those who would see our world, our civilization swept away. From the day the comet hit our planet, we have been the guardians of technology. We have preserved and developed the tools that will keep us alive. And we have done all of this in the service of Kalan. Kalan, whose wisdom guides us all. Today, we welcome a new member into our community. He was a wanderer without a home. He was an outcast and searching for purpose. But his path is clear now. He will master his new duties. Yes, we are few, but our numbers do not waver. Now go and make us proud.
What are the duties of a cleric acolyte?
As an acolyte, you are to work for the community and prove your faith to Kalan. Those who prove worth will find. To do that, you must prove loyal and able. Every cleric must learn the skill of suggestion. You should report to Boulder. Kalan's blessing has made him our most able suggester. You must also undertake a pilgrimage to prove your faith to Kalan. Again, Boulder can take you through what is required of you, and Martha will give you a task that will show your humble dedication to all who serve Kalan. I will offer Kalan words, so he will support you in your quest to become a true acolyte.
Mind is always the...
It seems you decided to become a cleric.
Well, it is good. I assume Judicator...
Yes.
Then he must have told you that every acolyte is required to learn the basics of suggestion. And I will teach you, once you are ready to learn. But first you must complete your pilgrimage. That is something required of all new initiates.
Here, the report from the Southern Outpost.
So, they've got you playing messenger.
I ran up expenses on this job. I'll need those paying back.
This job wasn't supposed to involve expenses. But if they were incurred, they should be paid.
What must I do for this pilgrimage?
It is a trial of dedication. You must visit each of the 4 shrines along the path that traverses Ignadon. And at each one, you will face a test from Kalan. Once you have completed these tests, return here. Then, I and Kalan will find you worthy of the next step in your enlightenment.
Where can I...
The shrines are found... The first shrine is found directly outside the entrance to Hort. From there, you have to head northwest. You will find the second shrine, and from there, when you have reached the third of the shrines, you are almost done. Good luck.
Can you train me?
I can try. What would you... I can try.
You do know why that...
A new initiate. It's here. A merchant gave it.
Why me?
You ackle. And with everything we need...
I need your approval.
Oh, you don't need me. You need to do something that proves you are... So, you can help me distribute the...
I'll distribute...
Great. Meet me back here later. You're...
Do you have...
We're still... This will...
Do you have some...
You've already had... You will have...
I'm...
I still need...
How do I...
That all depends.
How about this?
Ah, yes.
They say the raptors are pretty fierce.
Teach me some.
Oh. Do you need me to explain that again?
A new...
do this! Look out! You won't get away with that.
I'll take care of that thing. mangy brute.
Keep close! Fight together!
We better stop that asshole. You're in trouble now.
Have you seen it out there? We're starting to get more malfunctions in our mechs. I need the AI chip. Hurry it up before the whole Hort is fighting it. What did I tell you? We've got more malfunctions. If this keeps I'll see if I can get any answers from this unit. But I need the AI.
You want to cross him? You're crazy.
Those ruins are still full of useful things. If you...
want to trade.
Right?
I want to trade.
Right you are.
I want
Keep close! Fight together!